So CBS News contributing meteorologist Jeff Berardelli is here to talk about this storm. So Category 4, so it's not a Cat 5, but Category 4 is a big deal too.
Yeah, this is a very big deal. We're going to see probably up to 10 feet of storm surge, maybe 10 to 18 inches of rain in some areas. Rain's always a big problem for places in Mexico because it's hard to believe, but it doesn't rain actually that much down there. It's kind of an arid desert-like area, and so the water really doesn't seep into the ground. So these are the biggest threats we have, and probably some winds to 125, 130 miles an hour, maybe some higher gusts, and that landfall is likely going to be in a few hours. So mid-afternoon local time in western Mexico.
I see Mazatlan is sort of right in the middle of it. A lot of people go on vacation there.
Yeah, it's a big vacation town. Now, the biggest impacts will be just south of there. They're going to be in the hurricane-force winds, but just south of that major metropolitan area is where the worst is going to be. Escunipa, Aquaponeta is another place that is going to be affected by it. And inland, about 120 miles, a big city called Durango. It has 650,000 people there. So, you know, a couple of million people will be infected directly by this system. And I think the biggest impact inland is going to be that flooding rain, that flash flooding rain, because elevations are around 6,000 to 8,000 feet above sea level. So that water kind of comes tumbling down the mountains, and mudslides and flash flooding a possibility.
Once it hits the North American coast and after it passes over Mexico, are we in its crosshairs?
Yeah, so this is interesting. Right now, it's absorbing moisture from what is left of Tropical Storm Vicente. So it's two tropical systems going to cross Mexico. It'll wring out, the mountains will wring out a lot of the rain, but it's going to retain its identity and then kind of merge with Gulf of Mexico moisture, a big front that's going to be swinging down from the Great Lakes, and we're going to be talking about a major nor'easter for us here in New York City, but really up and down the whole eastern seaboard as we head into Friday and Saturday. But before it gets there, it's got to move through Texas, where they had some pretty bad flooding last week, as much as, you know, a lot of flooding there, and they're going to see about 1 to 3 inches of rain. It's going to be a quick moving system, so it shouldn't be a major flooding situation, but, you know, it adds insult to injury. But the real impact is what happens Friday and Saturday as it moves up the eastern seaboard.
I like how we give these storms personality, you know, like we give them names, but then he's like, it's going to keep its identity.
The storm sounds so much more exciting than I am.
Yeah,
I wish
really.
I had that storm's personality.
Jeff, thank you so much.